Hello, today we're a little bit late, so apologies, we had some internet issues. So let's get started straight away. I want to give you a little bit of a sneak preview into my business mindset program, and I'm putting together this for anyone who is interested in adopting the habits of successful people. And it's all, as you know, about the mindset, really. It's about setting goals, setting your intentions, and your initial strategies. And today I want to give you a glimpse of the first item on the list of the golden rules of success. So, what are these golden rules of success? Well, first of all, the first one is that you do need to have a vision or a goal. Without a vision or a goal, you are just lost, aren't you? It's like wanting to travel but not knowing what city to go to. Well, you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to stay where you are. The second rule of success is to actually follow your passion, because there's only so many hours in the day, and every endeavor that you're going to jump into is going to require a lot of effort, a lot of your time and energy. And so you might as well follow your passion, because that endeavor is going to demand a lot out of you. But if you love what you do, then it doesn't really feel like work as much as if you choose something that you're not quite sure about. The third rule of success is to actually strive to achieve something. It's important to actually know, yes, I have this goal, I have this vision, but where am I right now? Because having just the goal is not enough. You could feel very good about that goal, but then never really do anything to get there. So you have to have a good idea of where you are today, where you want to be, and strive and be determined to actually get there, no matter what. The fourth rule is to want to make a difference, because, of course, it's all well and good to, I don't know, make $1 million, but it's, what is it for? What do you want it for? And maybe it's not about money at all. Maybe it's about actually wanting to leave a legacy, wanting to make a difference, whether it's for yourself, your family, the bigger community, the world. That's something that successful people that have had successful business have on their, that makes it work for them. The rule number 5 is that you want to give something back, because it's of course good to make a profit, but also we want to give something back to the community, because without your clients, you wouldn't be successful. So it's important to be grateful and to give to those who can't afford your services. And, of course, you don't want to just give back to not charge for your services, but giving back is part of that kind of cycle of positive. Well, the word escapes me right now, but just is this cycle of giving back and then receiving. It needs to be keeping on flowing. After all, money is just energy, and it's how you use it that really matters. The next golden rule of success is sixth rule is to maintain focus, because it's very, very easy to just get distracted by the next golden object. The shiny object syndrome can really wreak havoc in your life. So focus is super important. And of course, number 7, you want to put the hours in. Goes without saying. Just dreaming, just planning isn't going to really get you there if you don't put the hard work in. And of course, number 8, you've got to remember your roots. Don't pretend that you are someone else. Just be yourself. Know where you're from. Know what has made you who you are. Now, of course, we're not going to go through all of these today, because this is what the whole program is about. But I want to give you a glimpse of the first one. And this is just a glimpse, because, of course, the sessions in this program are 2 hours long. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a taster. And Now I'm calming down from having started this broadcast last because of internet problems. Let's bring it all back down to goals, right? Now, the people that will do the best with this program are the people that take action. And this isn't, even if you don't join the program, this is valuable, pointers, valuable tips. So putting into practice what we discuss is one of the most important suggestions that I would give you. And being a hypnotherapist, I work with people mindsets all the time. I work with changing habits and looking at changing beliefs, looking at what is in the way and what needs to be done. So in order to put this program together, I've been busy interviewing and reading about the most successful entrepreneurs in the world. Politicians, business leaders, sports people, personalities. What is it that made them successful? How is it that they think? What is their mindset? Because, we learn so much from other people's mindset. And what is it that they do that makes them truly successful? And I want to share some of these things with you. So, for example, one gentleman who was head of a city council, he stuck in my mind because he had one of those old-fashioned phones that we don't see very often anymore. Right now we have these fancy phones and we tend to be responding all the time to email, Facebook, and we are constantly barraged by the ding, 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 unless you've got your phone on silent. And a lot of this time, this sort of thing really distracts us, it really prevents us getting on with the things we need to do, right? So the things that are going to make a difference for tomorrow are the things we do today. But this guy's phone was very silent because it was one of those old-fashioned phones that can only receive texts and phone calls. It wouldn't take any, social media feeds. And so perhaps even initially, if you want to get things done and focus on the right things, then you don't really want to be distracted by your phone every 5 minutes or by these notifications on your computer. Because as soon as you answer your email, as soon as you check your Facebook feed, you are immediately working on someone else's agenda, not yours, are you? And that's taking huge chunks of your time and probably adding to that feeling that we can get sometimes of overwhelm. That we are meeting all other people's needs all of the time, and those needs are becoming overwhelming, and we wonder, when are my needs going to be met? There's too many of them. It's too frustrating. And then we're not getting done the things we want done, we get stressed. So one of the things that these successful entrepreneurs had in common was that they spent time working on the activities that actually led to results. Now, you may have heard of the 20-80 rules, or the 80-20 rule, which is basically that what you really want to do is spend 80% of your time doing only the 20% of things that are getting you results. And, we all have the same amounts of hours, the same amounts of minutes in the day, and it seems simple to think this way, but often, is it what we're really doing? Are we spending time on those 20% of those things that are going to give us result? A lot of us are not driven by those things. Our behaviors are not following that rule. And a lot of us fall into very bad habits. For example, we do things because we think we should, right? Or we do things because we've always have done them that way. Or maybe because that's what others do. Or it's what other people expect us to do. And then we'd feel bad if we didn't answer somebody or be supportive in that moment of somebody. We tend to do things that aren't really helping us to achieve our goals. So if you feel like that, do send us, do drop a comment on this live feed, because, tell me how that relates to you. Now, in order to move forward and know what we have to focus on, the things that are fulfilling to us, that are going to make us want to get out of bed in the morning, start another day, we really need to understand what's important to us. We need to go back to the basics. We need to be thinking, well, what are your goals and dreams? This is a top-bottom approach. What's really important to you? What you want to achieve? What is your life going to look like if you achieve those things? And here I'm not only thinking about a business point of view, but in life in general, because, our business should be about creating the kind of lifestyle that we want, right? That's why we go into business for ourselves. That's why you've set up on your own, because you want to achieve something. You don't want to be dictated necessarily by other people's rules. You don't want to be told how to organize your day or week or month or life in general, right? So it's about starting to think, where do you want to be in 5 years' time? What would you like your business to have produced that's going to enable you to do the things that you want to do, or to live the life that you want to live? That's one of the most important questions you can ask yourself. It could be that in 5 years' time you want to be taking loads of holidays, okay? It may be that you want to be investing into property. It may be that you want to start your own therapy practice. It could be a whole host of things. And what's right for one person, of course, isn't right for another. So we're all very different. We're all very unique. And what our dreams are, they're different from other people's dreams. There are some exercises that I want to share with you, and that I will share with you in detail during my business mindset program, that I'm going to ask you to do during the sessions, in between the sessions, and as soon as possible, because really, as soon as you can have an idea of what is your goal, what that dream might look like, then your business is about putting into place the plans that will help you to achieve that, right? The plans, the steps to get there. Reverse engineering it all. And so the first question is, where do you want to be in 5 years' time? We often overestimate what we can do in 1 year, and we underestimate what we can do in 5 years, for sure. So what would you like to be doing in 5 years' time? Think about that. That's kind of your action plan, your homework for today. And then once you've got that, break it down. What would you like to achieve in the next 12 months? So, for example, if you wanted to go on holiday, or you wanted to buy a car, it could be a whole lot of things. But what would you like to achieve specifically in the next 12 months that is connected to that bigger goal of 5 years' time? Because it always needs to be connected, right? Focus, remember? So it's relating these goals not just to business, but to also personal things as well, and make sure that there's no conflict between the two. So that, for example, if you wanted to achieve, if you wanted to become a CEO of a company, of your own, of some company, your own company in this case, you would want to ask yourself, okay, how is that going to impact my life? How many hours do I need to work? Is that going to be okay for my family, etc.? So you always need to check. What would then, once you've got that, what would you like to achieve next month, right? And as you keep going, you break it down, to smaller and smaller steps. So in this 28-day mindset challenge, it's about breaking it down to the next month for now, right? Certainly making these goals smart, specific, measurable, and achievable, realistic, time-bound. They have to be realistic. You need to be specific. How many sales would you like to get into your business? How many more clients would you like to get into your business? What did you do last month? What could you do next month if you focus on the stuff that really needs to get done? So once again, the three action points I'd say to focus on for today is: where do you want to be in 5 years' time? Where do you want to be in 12 months' time? And where do you want to be? What do you want to achieve in the next month? Yeah. So for those of you that haven't already done this, or maybe you're unfamiliar with these, maybe you have never done this before, I would suggest you create something like a vision board. So a vision board, for anyone who hasn't heard of it, is a visual representation of what your life would look like. I like to do these vision boards quite regularly, and I like to use myself pictures of magazines. Could be it doesn't have to be pictures from magazines. It could be just writing words on a blackboard or a whiteboard, or using pieces of paper. You can be creative with it. What's important is that you are specific and allow your mind, first of all, to just be creative. You want to look at this vision board and allow yourself to let go of limitations, to just dream a little, and when you look at this, when I did this, just the last time I did this, I can't remember when it was, but maybe a few months ago, I looked at, I'd like to live in this kind of place, I'd like to go on this holiday, or this, I'd like my business to be, I would like to achieve this and this and this on my business. And when I look back at that vision, all those things actually, happened. And it's not about setting unrealistic expectations or setting ourselves up for failure or disappointment, but becoming clear on a goal. So, first we want to just dream and not censor ourselves. There's always time for realistic, critical evaluating later, but we want to first go with what our heart wants, what we wanted, what we desire, and then we can own in onto specific goals. So you may be using a visual image, even in front of you. Have this every day to keep you on track, so that when you're lost and you're wondering, what am I doing this for, you've got that clear reminder, right? What I call the North Star. If you were a sailor, you would have the North Star back in the day before compasses to look at, that would keep you on your way. And so it's your North Star. It's that which is keeping you on track, right? Also, the good reason to have this, you could also have it as a screensaver on your computer. You could be technological about this. Doesn't matter. Whatever works for you. You could have it in your wallet as a card. That's fine as well. But we want to start creating subconsciously opportunities to create this. So work on a subconscious as well as a conscious level to create this goal. So that's your homework for today. To create the second homework, first your goals, written them down. And then this is your second homework. And you just make sure that when you use pictures or words cut from magazines, they are describing what you want, not what you don't, right? You want to use words that really describe what you want. You want to put them there. Just start having the visual image of what you'd like your life to look like. And then, there's only you know what activities you need to be doing every day that are going to make a difference to your business. So if you're in sales, you may be that you need to connect with more people. You may need to pick up the phone more. It could be that there's more networking, online networking, that you could be doing. There is only you who really knows what are the specific activities that are going to make that goal happen and increase that bottom line of your business. So today we're just starting out, just giving you a real just beginning, getting started on point 1. There's a lot more about this because, of course, you need to know all the other bits of the golden rules of success. It's not just enough to have a vision. Without a vision or a destination, you'll never get there. But of course, it's not enough on its own, right? You need to also know the obstacles that are in the way, what stands in the way of you achieving those goals, and then knowing how to overcome those obstacles and planning your activities day to day to fit in with that bigger goal and make those activities be driven by results. So if you're interested in joining this program, I'm running a pilot for it. It's a 28 days business mindset program, and it is a program based on those golden rules of success. So having a vision, following your passion, striving to achieve something, wanting to make a difference, giving something back, maintaining your focus, putting the hours in, and always remembering your roots. So this mindset program is for business owners who want to create more, who want to maintain their focus, who are looking to get measured results, and want to achieve their personal and business goals. Remember, your mindset determines whether you'll succeed or not. So in these 4 weekly sessions, you will gain the mindset, the daily tools that drive success. You will get a greater clarity on what really needs to be done. You will get the ability to focus your energies on what's good for your business and the ability to think big and act accordingly. And of course, to be a part of like-minded professionals. So in terms of where and when these sessions will take place, they all take place online, and each session will last up to 2 hours, and be recorded. So you can listen to it again or at a time that it's more convenient to you. There's always going to be replays. And it's going to run as soon as I have 5 or more dedicated entrepreneurs, business owners that want to join the program in the next couple of weeks. But places are limited to 10 because I want to give you all the attention I have. I want it to be a small group of dedicated people. So the cost of taking part is just £395. And if you want to book your place, well, all you need to do is to just email me at info@hypnotichealing.co.uk, or you can call me on 075 4424 7800. Just trying to remember my phone number right. Yeah. So I very much look forward to seeing you there, and thank you for listening today.